Band, I mean, I'll go to shows, but one band I want to see, and that's the Foo Fighters. That's the only ones. Thank you, my friend. Friday night. Let's see who's gonna pop in for a little live weather chat. One, two, three, mic check. Friday night, who's out there? Come on in. Come on in. Baby, take your coat off. Come on. It's the Oak Ridge Boys. Oh, that's what I was looking at, I think. Hi, Amos. How are you? Or is it Laura? I guess it would be Laura. Bill Taylor here on a Friday night. It's the KENS 5 Digital Center. Hope you and yours are having a blessed Friday evening. It's a warm one, but it's not too bad with a nice little breeze, although the winds haven't been as breezy as they have been the last few nights. So the heat is definitely the story. We're getting hotter every afternoon, and today no exception. 98 was the high. The peak heat index, and it was between 4 and 5 p.m., reached 107 today. So please, 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 and I'm going to show you the tips on making sure you know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. It goes from dangerous to we got to call 911, okay? Heat exhaustion is very dangerous. Heat stroke is emergency. You got to take action, okay? I'm going to show you what to look for because this heat's not going anywhere. We're 98 today. 102 Pearsall, 102 Cotulla. Here was the wild thing about today. 104 was the highest high. That was Del Rio. It was the I-35 corridor from San Marcos, and their heat index was like 108. New Braunfels, 108. We were 107. Pearsall was 108. Carrizo Springs was 108. I mean, it was like, and they were the highest on the map this afternoon. It was I-35. It was really kind of interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Hey, Lise, how are you? So yeah, this high of 98, let me show you what it looks like compared to average, compared to the record. Well, not far from the record. Just a handful away from 103, 2011, but 1 degree above average. First time we've been above average in a while because we spent most of July below average. Our average high in July was only 94. So it was really a much cooler than average month last month. But here comes the heat and more of it tomorrow. In fact, let me show you what we have on the future heat indices for Saturday. At least 105. So if it's anything like today, and keep in mind tomorrow's high is expected to reach 101. That's what we're going with on the forecast high. So with the added humidity, consider hitting 98 today, and we were at 107. We could go 108, maybe even 109 tomorrow, if it spells out. Now, again, the model forecast saying 105. Last night it said 109 for tomorrow, but tonight it's saying 105. Then Sunday 103, so still hot, but not advisory level hot. In fact, now that I say that, I do want to make sure we didn't get an advisory from the National Weather Service for tomorrow. No. Heat advisories across East Texas, but not for us. Okay. So let me show you what to look for, okay? Because again, your body is perfectly designed to give you warning signs on what's happening and when it needs a break. When you have heat exhaustion, it's excessive sweating, it's faint and dizziness, your muscles begin to cramp, and that can also be dehydration. You might start feeling nauseous, maybe even a little vomiting, pale, clammy skin, and a weak pulse. Okay? But then look what happens. Look what changes when we go to an emergency situation where you have to call 911. You stop sweating, the migraine headache occurs, your pulse rate goes up, the nausea, the vomiting. Okay? So this is very important that you take action. It's also very important that you remember one of Ken's 5 most important projects every year, Project Cool. This is part of the Ken's Cares initiative. You bring a brand new box fan to any San Antonio fire station. I know it's bad, Vivi. It's going to be a hot, well, at least you go shopping, you're inside, right? Hey, Linda, no coffee tonight. Yeah, I went with water tonight. I was like, man, if I have coffee, it's almost 9:30. I was going to make the cup, but I said I better back off. I was feeling pretty good already. I thought coffee would just take me up a little bit too much tonight. But yeah, please, if you can, tomorrow or Sunday, drop off a brand new box fan to any San Antonio fire station. Now that we're getting hotter and we're going to consistently be right around 100 for the next several days, demand's going to go up on our fans. And so we're going to really need fans for sure. So a weather impact alert day for tomorrow. Remember that the heat of the day is typically between 4 and 6 p.m. That's when we hit the highest temperature and hit the highest heat index. But you got to start taking precautions as early as 1 or 2 p.m. up until as late as 7 or 8 p.m., okay? Because of just how much heat we're expecting tomorrow. Limit your time outdoors and make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're hydrating. Very important. Very, very important. Okay, slight chance of a shower. Watch what happens with our high as we go into the weekend. The center of the high, if you look at it right here, you can see that it's covering Texas, right? Watch it as it moves a little bit to the west, almost centers up over the Four Corners. So on the outside, like eastern fringe of where that high's influence is where we could see a few disturbances roll in our direction, right? So that's going to give us a slight chance of showers Saturday and Sunday. But it's not going to be something for San Antonio on Saturday. Here's what the future radar's saying. Rain comes down. Look, it's even thinner than what I had this afternoon. Wow, that really thinned out. See the showers that develop? 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Fredericksburg, maybe near Austin, a couple isolated showers, but nothing makes it to San Antonio tomorrow, okay? I do, Lisa, you're right. When does summer end for the gnats to leave? October, that's a good answer. Oh, CT, I got something for you. You didn't catch it.
You got me chocolate, thank you.
You're welcome. And so here, now Sunday, a better chance. Same scenario where the high just slips enough to the west that we get maybe a couple of isolated showers and daytime heating, 3, 4 o'clock. You can see maybe a little bit of heavier rain near Del Rio and Mexico, but it's not going to be much. Look, it's going to be an isolated, quick downpour maybe. It's only 20 or 30% chance. There's the best looking radar shot right there, 4 o'clock Sunday, okay? And again, it's because that high just slips ever so slightly to the west. And then it comes back, okay? It's going to be moving back to the east and be well in control when we get into Monday. All right, potential tropical cyclone 4. No longer is it the Invest. It's now moved up. It's almost tropical storm Debbie. Okay, we got winds at 30 miles an hour. If we get to 39, we've got tropical storm Debbie. West-northwest at about 16 miles per hour. Always reminds me, I see potential tropical cyclone. It was like when I was in school, my report card. Billy has so much potential if Billy would just apply himself. Well, I mean, if this storm applies itself, if it starts to get organized and gets a good circulation on it, then we've got a tropical storm. It's got a lot of rain for Cuba, already starting to leave the Bahamas and impact southern Florida. Let me show you what we've got as we move into the eastern Gulf. That's where we're expecting this storm to move. And computer models agree on impact here, that it's going to roll into the eastern Gulf and be a west coast Florida storm. West coast of Florida's peninsula is the impact zone and already under a tropical storm watch tonight. So No worries for us on what will be Tropical Storm Debbie, maybe as early as tonight, but more than likely tomorrow. Doesn't look like it makes it tonight. All right, 14-day forecast. Tomorrow's weather impact alert for the heat. Please be cautious. And Sunday's rain chance better than Saturday's at 30%. Will linger a 10% chance in through Monday. But again, notice that this is a hot, dry pattern. High pressure takes back over, rains, and we've got, not rains, but you know what I mean, reigns supreme, kind of reigns like a king reigns. The high is going to reign our weather pattern. And highs will be right around 100. Look at that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So next weekend, the 10th and the 11th, a hot weekend. So wash your cars. I mean, we're in good shape. No changes there for sure. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Good to see you tonight. Hope everybody's having an awesome Friday night. Hope you have a great weekend, too. All right. God bless you all. And have a wonderful Friday night. We're going to see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. Love y'all. Have a good one.